Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about a lot of these records right now because we're starting to see some very big things happen that have to do with Ripple or even XRP. If you do own XRP, I urge you to watch this video all the way to the end. I'm about to share some very important information that will definitely open your eyes and maybe even surprise you. If you don't already know this information, it's very, very strong. Now that's out of the way, welcome to the channel. Of course, everyone, my name is Nick for those who are new to the channel. I hope that by the end of this movie, you've decided to subscribe. Let's take a look. Take a look at this because it goes all the way back to May 2023. I posted this at that time, okay? It's been over a year, and this turned out to be the links back to Volante with Ripple. If you're interested in Ripple and XRP, I suggested you read the next things. Now, we all know Volante, the same Volante that works with 125 banks and financial institutions to build market systems, getting rid of homes and business funds in 35 countries. Along with the same Volante, the services and products handle millions of deals and trillions of dollars every single day. 4 of the top 5 corporate banks depend on it for 40% of all U.S. business bank deposits and 70% of all car traffic in the world. So that's what they have to say about the effect of their manual on banks and other financial companies when it comes to moving to ISO 2002. What's even crazier is that Volante and the city are now working together on an international ISO 2002 transfer. From the time Medeco bought the dots, they have been linked to Citi and Wave. Personally, I think this is very interesting, and if we look at this PDF file, which you are more than welcome to do from Volante's website, it talks more about the movement toward ISO 22 and how it's more than just compliance or even just a market. It really talks about how the infrastructure mandate is changing everything from how payments are made to how they are settled to how they are handled. But the ISO 22 popular standard is at the center of that exchange. Its purpose is to bring together different device standards and methods from around the world and connect them. This will be shown more clearly than in the case of Wave. In May 2020, the company that has always been competing with Swift said it would be joining the ISO 22 requirements group as the first member based on DLT, also known as the XRP ledger. What's wrong with this? Let's check out Volante's website. Goldman Sachs and more than 150 other banking companies around the world trust this website. There's Citi, BNY Mellon, Wells Fargo, and more. But we also have a list of the top 5 global business banks, and 66% of our commercial payments are sent through Volante's clients, with Volante bills as a carrier in 4 of the top 10 banks in Mexico, Volantico here. The time to market is cut by 60%. With our low-code platform, we've sped up your virtual change and payments modernization. I quickly wanted to cut the video short to let you guys know that you can get 50% off the top rate of Discord until the end of the month. That's right, until the end of November. The best thing about it is that you can also use the 7-day free trial and quit before you even get charged. Yes, I agree with that, but don't pay attention to what I have to say. At the moment, there are over 16 5-star reviews from Discord users who have great things to say about it. Is also available in that area. Aside from that, the records you get access to are what really make this chat worth it. And if we really look at that, you can see the full breakdown of my portfolio in terms of the percent that is assigned. You will also be able to use the chart request feature, which lets you ask me to make any chart you want in Discord. I also take care of exit plans to something you guys want, and the chance to learn about investment techniques in the space. There is an everyday exit strategy that you can use for any old cryptocurrency investment. And there's also a full exit strategy for every single task that you guys choose. And there are probably more than 60 exit plans in the Discord that you can access, as well as deep digs. This is their plan to eventually let any player who wants to switch over and eventually take over and force sales. This is the exact tool they use. We need 70% less time to build ISO 222 based services, which include 220 card changes and no special skills. Here's a full explanation of how this works. This is during the low-code phase of their low-code platform, and if we look at why this is so important, it's because of the links to Ripple and XRP. I have exciting news for you if we cross over here. Volante releases Volante Payments Intelligence, which gives banks real-time information they can use to improve their billing operations and also spur innovation. As we take a quick look at this, if we scroll down, we can see that it's all about adopting ISO 222 and making payment flows digital. This is with bills as a service at its core. We'll talk about why this is so important in a moment, but the goal is to speed up the transition to basically virtual bills. And this is all with new technologies like DLT, blockchain, AI, and other things from the 3rd generation. If we look into this more, This is what we find. Volante Technologies just shared this on November 4th. That's why I say bills as a carrier are so important to understand how we've gone from separate pricing models to cloud-based local platforms. Bills as a service company has changed how companies handle business deals. And if we look at this right here, we can see how virtual customer centricity has changed over time. In the 2000s and 2020s, we had software. In all honesty, this is going to become payments as a service. What does this mean now? Well, you'll have players who are birthday players for the third time in the past you're now looking at. I'm not even going to see them. This is exactly how you look at Wave. Okay, let's take a look at Wave. We have the Ripple processor part for the ball pay. This is with a strong ante, and then you have Ripple Link. This is in the cloud, and you can't even see it or understand it. It's there, but this is proof that the fee was paid. This is how the bills are paid through Ripple Connect. This is just for XRP and the XRP and the XRPL. This is plug and play inside it now is the time of software or bills as a service in the cloud. All of this comes with a low-code API answer that you can just plug in and play. This is actually possible with ISO 222. We can move data from the ISO 222 global format to the blockchain information layout and banking systems. As you look at this picture, guys, you should be able to see that blockchain is going to be built right into the banking system. We know this is already happening with a number of big players. The Volante, that's what we know because they're pushing this through a lot of their new ideas right now. It gets even stranger if we go over here. With the help of the Way, we know that was a week ago. There's a lot to learn about the future of real-time bills and virtual change right here at Volante Evolve. Experts will share game-changing tips in the first lessons. And we're just getting started, so why not check this out? Those are just a few of the things that were talked about at the meeting. Okay, improve your own awareness, find your own personal stories, take part in business activities and all that good stuff. But if we look at the people who have been doing this before, we can see that there are new frontiers, cross-border payments, and correspondent banks. Standard Bank Group, Swift, Volante, and Visa Direct again as we look back at a lot of those talks with those people, Kay. Why do I have to hand this over? We are aware that cross-border bills are changing. Now that we think about it, they're moving on chain. This is done with distributed ledger generation through API plug and play generation. A center that is also a partner of Ripple's has become a support here. Volante can also be used right away with Ripple in the cloud. A lot of these big players are meeting to talk about how you know about new areas and go border bills. That is, new tools for paying across borders. We all know that Ripple has been at the head of the go border price revolution using blockchain for a long time now. I don't see how people can't see this and understand.